Hello, teacher. Good evening. I hope that you're okay. Today I'm gonna be doing my presentation about the discourse analysis from this video. This video is about two friends talking about planning a trip. So let's gonna start about analyzing how does the people and the behavior affects in the conversation, the intention of the words, the intention behind of the things that they're doing, and the on focusing on the pragmatic intentions. So for this presentation, I'm gonna be working on these pictures that I took from the real video. Basically, for making an example about the real expression, because I have already made the script of this video that is in the Word document, but I want to show you, Mr. How was the behavior? How was the suggestions? How was the actions that the actors were doing in this case, for instance? When they start the conversation, they start saying a very energetic hi with a big smile, with a voice, and this shows first of all that they are open and they are happy to talk with each other. In this case, they were talking about different ideas from making a trip, and the women proposed one thing that was going to the beach, and the men say, "Beach, make a boss. We always go to the beach for vacations. What about doing something different?" Then the women say, "What about camping?" And the men answer, "Camping! That sounds terrific." But we focus on the way how he says sounds terrific with a big smile in his face. What can we understand about this? First of all, despite despite terrific is like a frightening expression, this is not the case about what he was saying. He was doing something hilarious about the proposal that the women did, and he was like joking with her. That's a terrific idea. And at the end, the women said, "Yeah, I always have terrific ideas." We can say that they are playing like a short game of words, because the real intention of the expression of the man is not saying about camping is a bad idea. It's something that he didn't have in mind. Now let's gonna talk about this example, because this was something that was so funny in the video, because they were talking about this kind of elements that are necessary for bringing to making a camping, and this one was a tent, and the women ask him if he has a tent. He said, "Yes, I have a large one here in the garage." But the following question, what about a sleeping and a sleeping bag? The women say, "A sleeping bag? I don't have a sleeping bag." And the man answers, "I have one. Do you want to share one with me?" Okay, more than applying or offering like a logical situation, it's important to highlight the tone and the facial expression that suggests something more than a practical question. There's like a playful and slightly suggestive undertone that reveals a deeper layer of the intention. His voice softened, and there's another book paused before the question, silently hesitation or vulnerability. In this case, that wasn't just an answer, a practical answer about just solving a situation. It was another meaning behind the words that he was saying. We can say that maybe we can feel some kind of connection in the air. Now this section is for analysis, for analyzing how the words play like a pivotal role when we apply it in different contexts. In this case, the men use an expression for meaning long distances, but he didn't say like in a long distance. He just mentioned that if they are going to have a trip for camping, they should go far, far away. What does he want to mean with this expression, far, far away? Yes, as you can see, he was using his hand and looking so far. The meaning of this expression is about not to say how many kilometers they are going to be, or if they're going to be in another city. The real intention of using the expression far away is that they don't want to be near to the place where they live. For example, just for giving an example, you can say a trip for about 1 hour, 2 hours, but it's not gonna be as close as possible as the place where they live. Well, at the end of the conversation, they were discussing about having a barbecue on their camping trip, and the man says so confident because the women ask, sorry, are you going to prepare your famous hamburgers? And he answers, what is a camping without a barbecue? And of course, look at the expression of the face, the confidence that he shows when he is saying this expression. Of course, I'm gonna prepare my famous hamburgers. With this, we can notice that this man is confident. We can say that he has even practicing cooking hamburgers before. Maybe it's like a hobby or something that he enjoys to do a lot. But in this case, with his expression, with his gestures, we can perceive that he is perfectly capable to prepare some delicious hamburgers. So that's gonna be all for this video, Mister. This is the analysis that I made from the discourse and the intention behind the words and the different expression from this video. Thank you so much, and see you next time.